What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle, and today, my friends, we're heading to Brazil. We've got Socrates. He's a new icon in this year's installment, and I would even go as far as maybe saying he's the new icon if, of course, you can afford this man. He will fit into your starting 11. You will enjoy him in tournaments. If you're playing the weekend league, all the above. This guy never skipped the gym, man. Not skipping leg day. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 6'4". This guy's a Goliath with the flare trait. If you've had the pleasure of using him, let me know in the comments down below. Did you like him? Did you love him? Did you think he was overpriced? Did you think he was worth the value? And with that being said, I've had a lot of time with the title at this point. What player reviews do you need to see ASAP? It could be regular players, it can be icons, we can look at informs. Typically we're looking at more expensive players because otherwise, of course, you buy the guy, you try him out, you know what it's all about. You wouldn't need me, you could make your own opinion. But I'm here trying to help you with your investments. By the way, quick plug, I've been streaming on Facebook. Bam! I've been streaming on Twitch. Bam! Those links are down below in the description. If you want to watch full gameplay, I'm with you. I've got you covered. That's happening. Let's talk pros, let's talk cons. We're looking at the pros. Let's not skip over the elephant in the room. Literally, Socrates is the more attacking version of a rude Hullet. And I say more attacking because he is just so graceful and he's looking to be your true number 10, your center attacking midfielder. And he doesn't have the ability to necessarily break up everything in the midfield. It doesn't mean that he's a liability, but he's not going to be equal to or at a similar value to rude Hullet as a CDM or even a central midfielder. You're going to get the most out of Socrates as a cam, center forward, or a striker. In my opinion, he's still capable to play as a center mid, but I'd like to see the rest of your team. I'll give you an example. Let me paint a picture for you at home. 4-1-2-1-2. If two of your midfielders, so the other center mid and the holding mid, are both very defensive based, then you could use Socrates. You're going to have a lot of success. It's not a big deal because he's a big body, takes up a lot of space. He's going to be able to pressure, but he isn't going to be someone you should count on to break up play after play after play. Okay? Disclaimer made. Back to what we were talking about with the pros. This guy is huge. He's a monster on the pitch. He towers everyone. And at least for my taste, I like big attacking players. A Paul Pogba, he performs for me. Those types of guys put their head down and they're able to be this water buffalo at times if they need to and bum rush somebody, or they can sidestep and they can move with the skills and they can open up space and unleash the finesse shot or hit those 1-2s. They still have the ability to be so intricate and you can appreciate that, and Socrates is one of those guys. So if you're someone like me who doesn't just enjoy using some of the bigger players but appreciates them, prefers them, this guy is right up my alley. Did I mention that he can finish a 1v1, or if he's outside the box, or if it's in the air? Socrates has this natural, almost knack on the pitch to be able to take down weird situationals and put it into the back of the net. It doesn't always look pretty either, but whether it's his left foot, his right foot, he reaches behind, he's off balance, the time finish, it's some sort of volley. He just scores goals. It finds the back of the net time and time again, and it looks effortless. Basically what I'm saying, this man is active on the offensive end. He's underrated, man. I feel like people like to open up a discussion with Socrates and talk about his size and his skill moves and the weak foot and just the strength, but they forget about some of the intangibles with the dribbling and also with the passing. And I almost say that he's underappreciated in this area because these are next level, top tier in terms of what he can do on the pitch versus the best competition. And I just think people are moving past that. They're like, that was an expectation, and we're gonna address it in this video. And the last pro that I want to discuss is how he's able to score finesse shots, which we all know, super important in FIFA 19, and that's not going to be changing, or at least I don't see that changing in this year's installment. And then having that flare trait, which makes it possible for Socrates to extend and be able to latch on to a variety of aerial situations. The man will not be stopped. Whether it is a header, a diving header, a bicycle kick, a scissors, you're probably not going to see a bunch of the scorpion kicks, but if you get the pleasure of one of those, please screen capture it and share that on social media. So we talked about the pros. Now let's look at the cons, and there's really only one con, and you're kind of being nitpicky when you're looking at icons, especially the prime version of certain icons, because statistically you're like, where's the weakness? But I do want to say at this price point, I mean, you're looking at a premium, and he is not a complete midfielder. I touched on it earlier that he's similar to the likes of a Ruud Gullit or maybe even a Michael Ballack. He's not going to have that same defensive presence on the pitch that both of those icons will give you. He doesn't naturally track back. He's not naturally gonna be ready to intercept passes or to put a lot of pressure on the defensive end. And like I said, if you've got the right squad, not a big deal. He can still play as a center mid if you want him to be a center mid. But if you're looking at a con, especially at this price range, it would be that he's not going to naturally be defensively all over the pitch. You're going to have to keep an eye out for him. You're going to have to drag him left, drag him right, move him around a little bit on your own. But with that being said, he is going to attack like a shark that senses that blood. He's like, yep, we're going. He's going to give you that Rocky IV mentality, and he jumps like a spaceship. So you guys want to know the verdict, and yes, I talk with my hands. It's the Italian side. I've got him at a 9 out of 10. For me, must have, must pick up. He's going to make it into the starting 11, not just today, not just tomorrow, but he's one of those players that will last you throughout the entire FIFA season if you're able to get him, hopefully somewhat soon, because he's going to benefit the squad that much. But I do want to leave off with a disclaimer that I like big attacking players, and I say that because I do realize that some of you at home prefer more of a classic number 10 midfielder, even a striker, a guy that turns super quickly. And I didn't feel that liability with Socrates, but I almost think that it's mental, where you're like, I got a small player, I've got Messi, this guy turns quicker than everyone, and I can understand where your opinion might be a little bit different. But for me, especially in FIFA 19, having big, powerful midfielders that can do it all, I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.